Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft on the Block. Excuse me, this is a Technic Pack tutorial series, and this is, I believe, episode 8 or 9. I can't remember. Anyway, one of those. So, yeah, today I got to do a couple of things. So I created a couple more combustion engines. I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. I also created a pump, 4 redstone engines, and some water, and some redstone torches so that I can show you guys how we're going to do some work on getting additional power, redstone power, buildcraft power, and getting water to that setup, because we need to cool those engines. And then we're going to need to do, obviously, I didn't look into it yet, but a refinery is going to take what from us? A diamond gear, and I think we can probably pull that off because we have enough iron. Iron is actually becoming our bottleneck. So I think what I'm going to do, or maybe not, maybe that's all the diamond we have left. No, we have more down here. I'll bring it with us. So anyway, I can get a refinery going. That refinery, in fact, we should probably do that right now. And I'll talk a little bit about, again, what I have planned today. So last time we spent a lot of time with me just bumbling around trying to figure out how to get that system working, and it's a little bit complicated with, you know, the well, I don't want to make an excuse. It's a little bit complicated with the teleport pipes and the power and all that stuff, but and then throwing the airship in the mix didn't make it any easier, I don't think. So there's our diamond gear, and let's see what else. Redstone torches and some tanks, and the tanks are easy enough, except that we need a little more glass. So let's do this. Let's grab ourselves a piece of gold out of here. Actually, let's do this. I want to see, what are these things worth? Oh, they're worth a little bit, actually. So we can get ourselves some glass with that, and apparently I didn't bring the glass. So let's bring a piece of glass, put that in here in the target block, and then we can get a bunch of that. We should be able to get, well, yeah, you can see that those eyes left us with quite a bit, so I'm just going to get 50 or so of these. And, oops, pull the one out of the middle there. Take it back over here, and we need 3 of these tanks. And then, let's see. Let's get this out. Like that. Diamond gear, 2 redstone torches. I need a couple more redstone torches, in fact, now, because let's just go ahead and make 4 of them. Alright. That should be what we need. Now we got a refinery. We should be able to pull... Let's do this. We want a... You can hear the kids upstairs probably. They're taking a bath, so I apologize if that's getting in the way. We need a... what is it? Not a latch. What kind of pipe? I just need to look at the pipes. It is a valve pipe. That's what we want. So that's 2 wooden waterproof pipes and a lever. We should be able to get the lever easy enough. Although our inventory is getting full as usual. Oh, you know what? I think I have a lever, actually. Let's do this. There's a lever. I'll trade that for this dirt that I don't need. And don't need the string. Don't need that. It's probably good for now. Get rid of that bucket. Alright. So I need 2 wooden waterproof pipes, which means I'm going to need to get a couple of cactus green. I'll just get a few of those because I'll probably need some. And we had, you'll notice that the thing stores the whatever was left over from what we used. So we put a spider's eye in there and we got a little bit and it was left over. So spider's eye is pretty good. Good amount of EMC to make some stuff with. So we'll make some transport pipes. And then we'll make 2 of these into waterproof. And then that should allow us to do a valve pipe. And if I can remember how that works, we should be good to go. Alright. And I'm actually probably going to want another one of those now that I think about it. So let's make one more. Get a lever. And I'm going to need a little bit more wooden transport pipe. Like that. Make 2 more of those. one more valve. So another valve transport pipe. And these will be used to get liquids in and out of our tanks. And then I guess the one thing I'm actually missing while I'm here is a couple more tanks for holding the fuel. I'll just do 2 for now. There we go. Oh, I made 4 because I shift clicked. That's alright. 4 is actually what we needed, so we're going to need some more glass soon, but that should get us going. So let's get rid of this rat in our way here and head over here. Alright, now what we're going to want to do, let's see, I'm going to move this. Man, it is rainy all the time around here. Rainy, rainy, rainy. Go ahead and put these all up here because I get a little anal about that. I'll put one in the middle for now just so we have enough light. We got rats. We got a problem. Alright, so wooden transport pipe. In fact, good thing we brought this because I need to make a couple more of these, except that I didn't bring any glass. Great. Alright, well let's do this. We'll do it the easy way for now. We're going to put the refinery down right here. Let's see, will that work? Yep. And then put the valve pipe down like so. And then I think if we apply it, whenever a redstone signal is applied to it, it will be on. So let's see, how does this work? Yeah, there we go. So that should actually fill up the tank. And I think it's just going to keep it full if I'm thinking correctly about this. Yeah, we'll have to mess with it a little bit more, but you can see that it's actually, as long as there's a signal applied to it, and we can turn the flow on and off by putting a lever here instead of a redstone torch. But we'll just leave that for now. And then we're going to need a place for it to go. I have one waterproof. Oh wait, I have more. I forgot I made those. So the waterproofing is going to be my bottleneck, but that's alright, we'll start with that. And we'll come out of there. In fact, we're going to want the valve pipe on that side as well. So I think, well, we'll wait till we actually get some liquid going. So that's going to keep going there. Next thing we want to do is make sure that we have water to these. So we have a little bit of oil still in there. So let's dig down, and we're going to want to go down probably, let's see, probably not much further than that. We're basically going to put a infinite water supply down here. So let's do this. Just kind of help ourselves see a little better. Man, I got inventory problems. I'm definitely gonna have to make a alchemy bag. All right, let's. I think we have enough water. We'll do it this way. We got to put. I keep forgetting about this. Put that back to start with. Let's see. Will I actually be able to do this? Yep. There we go. All right. Infinite water supply. Go ahead and get a couple more buckets, and then we will move. That thing works too well on dirt. Okay, and then I think we can just put this one there, and that should fill it up. So now we should have an infinite water source here. Now we're going to want to put a pump. Let's see. Basically, yeah, this may not be ideal. It's not very far down. I thought at first that was going to be good, but I'm not sure if it will or not. So let's do this. That's right. We'll try it, and if I have to move it down a little bit, I will. I think it'll work though. Basically, what I want to do is get a pump set up right in the middle here, which I have made ahead of time. Oh no. That's why we just don't work at night, period. Let's see what kind of damage he did. Well, he didn't get our system, so let me do a little repair work here and sleep through the night. Well, it is morning, it's just not Well, that's good. He actually didn't do as much damage as he could have. So let me get some inventory management done here, repair this, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I still got a little bit of repair to do, but I got most of this stuff filled in. I have to do a little more dirt and stone work, but we're getting there. So let's see. What was I doing before we were so rudely interrupted? Right, gonna set down a pump. It should extend its pump thing down there. And then we should be able to do something like this. Let's see. We want to put down 4 redstone engines to make sure, let's see, this pump stays running. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want to put down 2 torches. So 1, 2. That'll keep those 2 running and those 2 running. They should start up here shortly. And then this isn't going to work. It's not deep enough. I should have known better. All right, let me go down one more, get it set back up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back, and I have moved this down, and I've got it set up. I think we're good to go now. So, yeah, we're connected over there. So this should be basically full. Yep, that one's full of water. And we'll put a couple more on here, and they should fill up as well. So all we did was put the 3x3 infinite water source in here. 4 redstone engines on it to make sure that it's pumping at full capacity, and hook it up with wooden waterproof pipe down there and stone down here, and that should keep these full of water. So I should be able to hook the other 2 up like that, and we're going to want, they try to adjust themselves. I guess I can't until I put pipe on top. So let's see, that's wooden conductive pipe. I'm gonna have to make a couple more of those, I think. There's 1, so I just need 1 more wooden conductive pipe. There we go. And then we should be able to just go like this, and then take gold conductive pipe. Let's see if I can work this out. I think we should be able to do something like that. I think they should all feed into there. Although what we really want probably is more like, do we have 1 more gold? No, let's make 1 more gold. Probably something more like this. There we go. And then that will be number 1. All right. Now we should be able to orient these up. Oops, there we go. So now when we switch these on, and oops, and they're all full, let's see, are they going to be getting water? I wonder why they're not getting water. That one is full of water. I would think those would be full of water. Are they connected? They are not connected. I wonder if I have to reload or something. Somebody one time said it's like something like this. Force a block update. There we go. That one did. Did the middle one? No, the middle one did not. Let's try this again. Some weird stuff sometimes. Let's try putting a block in front of it. Like, let's see, maybe like that. There we go. Okay, now I don't know if that has, it seems to have an actual physical effect on it. So those are filling up now. There we go. All right. Progress. Now, we need to start refining this. So we need to take conductive, or teleport pipe. Well, actually, no, we don't. That's not necessary here. We don't want to use teleport pipe. We just want to bring that power over here with gold. And I'm just going to have to make some more. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total. So we'll need 6 more and then a wooden conductive to connect up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring 10 of those over. And I may... I'm trying to think. I want to keep them out of the way of the pipes. So I may run that... I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Maybe over down and under. So I will be right back after I make some more pipes and we'll work it out. Hi guys, I'm back. I think I have a situation worked out here. So I don't know why that thing is still kind of going back and forth. There's really nothing, no need to be putting oil in there, but okay. I'm going to come out of there. I'm going to come down here. Let's see, something like this. And then one more. There we go. Now I think if we flip this on, we should see power going into here. Not a ton, but you can see we're getting some. So now let me do this. Dump that out in there for just a sec. And it's going to start going really slowly. There's only one engine running, obviously, because it's the only one that has any oil. And then once we get enough, we will, so it's going real slow. You can see don't have enough yet. We should be able to click on it with a bucket and get a little bit out of there, but I'm not sure. Refinery setup, maybe that's what you get when it'll say that only certain things can go in and only certain things should be produced. That keeps it from filling up the back with... How do you do this? I thought you could just click on it and get oil out of there. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, one thing we know we need to do now is put some of the flooring back. So we'll cover all this up. I think it should be good. And there's really not much we can do about that, unfortunately. We could place a cobblestone block back there. That'll help a little bit, and then we'll hit it with that. And we should be able to do the same thing with these. Maybe. Let's see if we can get to them. Well, we'll just charge this up. Hit that whole wall. There we go. And discharge it so we don't have to worry about it. And we should be good to go. So now let's see where we stand with all this. We've got water pumping into all these. Before too long, I should be able to get a bucket of fuel out of here, and then I'll get another engine going. I thought you could just click on this. I think you can. Maybe I'm wrong, though. You could just click on there and get some out. Might have something to do with, it's not getting very much power. It's not getting nearly as much power as it needs. And that's because we're running one engine with only oil. So not only will this engine run more efficiently with fuel, but it will run more powerfully. It will produce more fuel. So I'm going to put this stack right here, and we'll go ahead and get this wired up. So we're going to want wooden transport pipes, waterproof transport pipes between here. Oh, no, just one. One wooden, one cobblestone, which means I need one more piece of waterproofing. And we're about to hit the 18-minute buzzer, so we're doing all right. We'll get a little bit more going today. Let's see. One more piece of that. Let's get a piece of cobblestone. There we go. There's our 18-minute mark, or somewhere around there. With the pausing and stuff, sometimes I get a little off. All right, this should be able to connect up to that, and then we should be able to use a valve pipe like this, and that should be open, and it should allow that to flow. And then we should see that coming in here, and then here we definitely will be able to pull out once we have enough for a bucket. It won't let you do it until you have enough for an entire bucket, which apparently we don't yet. Hopefully we hit that before we run out of oil so we can put it in there and then not have to worry about it. Okay, so let me seal back up the floor, and I'll get this going. We'll get enough oil to get all these going. The problem that I have now is that I'm pumping. You can see I'm pumping oil again. What I was actually going to do, I'm going to turn this all off for right now. I'm going to turn the whole system off. It'll finish doing its thing there. I'm going to go turn off the oil pump over at the rig, and we'll because right now I don't have a way to switch it off automatically. We might work on that as well. So let me sleep and think about that, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys. It is a nice day today. No rain. We're going to do a couple of things. One, I'm going to go ahead and put a orange portal right there, and then we'll put a blue one when we get over to the other spot. I didn't actually fill this in, so let me do that real quick. So I think we're good here. I think this is pretty much what we want. We're going to need to get, like I said, enough of this to get one bucket at least. But you can see this is full, and really what we could do, I guess, is get another pipe here and then one more of those balancing pipes, because we're going to need to do that anyway. But my whole point was to go and switch this off, so I'm going to run over there, and once I get there I will start back up. Alright, you can see we're coming up on the this is obviously, I think this is a Hindi village would be my guess. That's usually what they look like. So yeah, nice. We'll start working with these guys pretty soon too. Okay, so we have this turned off, which is why it's not running right now, but what we want to do is switch it off so that we're not going to have that receive, so we can turn the other one back on and we won't have to worry about this one pumping. So you can see it's going down there. It just digs a really deep hole until it hits the oil, which it has apparently. And now I should be able to use this, and we should be able to get back, and I'll just leave that portal open for a little while so we can get back and forth. So we should just be able to quickly run back and forth between here. And the only thing is, I don't know if it's going to have some sort of effect on my frame rate. Looking at it definitely does. I can tell the difference. You can see the dude over there. That's funny. That's kind of a cool effect. Anyway, okay, so let's see here. Let's turn this back on now. Going to get us some power, and hopefully really soon. You have to get enough for an entire bucket full, which I don't know if that means one line or what, but this will keep the refinery full of oil, and this will keep all of the oil coming out of the refinery here. Now this is the slowest setting, and right now you can see before it was actually not even running. It was flickering between, well, it's kind of flickering still, so this is barely enough power to run this thing. But once we get all of these going, it should get up to its highest speed, and then it'll fill this tank pretty quickly, I would think. So I just saw it go up a little bit. It'll go up a little bit more soon. And then we will go on to the next step, which I believe is going to be a quarry, because we're so low on resources. That's really our limiting factor right now. I have a lot of things I want to do, like I want to make a wireless receiver, and I want to make a bunch of stuff. That was something I was just looking at. Wireless receiver takes iron, and so does the transmitter, and so does a portal spawner, although maybe it doesn't, but a portal spawner takes a fair amount of diamonds, which is right here. So it takes 2 diamonds and iron, so all that stuff is taking iron, and we only have 2 pieces of iron. Now we could transmutate into some iron. We've learned it, and we've got a little bit of EMC in there. I was going to show you this tungsten, which really has no use in the game right now, is worth a ton. It's basically worth 2 diamonds worth of EMC. It's 16,000 something. So it's very cool to keep it around in case you just need it for something, but I'm sure that there'll be a use for it, and then I'll wish I had more. I guess it's really more rare than diamonds, because I have certainly got less tungsten than I do diamonds, although I haven't been looking for tungsten. So anyway, we're good there. I think the next step is probably going to be a quarry, and I think we decided that we could just get there for a quarry. I think we have just enough of what we need. Oh, no, we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we're going to need more iron for sure, and I don't think we don't have any more iron ore anywhere. We could use some other ores if we wanted, but I might just have to go on a mining run. Because we really do need to get a quarry going, and then we're going to need to get some sorting. There's some tungsten. I guess I could use 1 piece of tungsten to get the quarry going. I think that would give me enough iron, probably. Let's see. If we put our tungsten in here, take an iron ingot, how many of those are we going to get? Because we're going to need quite a few. Oh yeah, we could get plenty. We'll get us a stack real quick. So we burned up a piece of tungsten, but it'll save me having to go mining right now. which is a good thing. All right, cool. Let me do this then. Let's go see if we have any power. I'd like to be producing some fuel because that's going to help. I am going to turn this portal off, but we're not going to need to go back over there right now anyway, and it's definitely slowing things down, so that will help to have that off. And I think that has now stopped. Oh, we got one bucket, just enough. So watch this. We'll stick that in, and that thing will start pounding out some power. Now you can see it's actually a little more steady line, I believe, and this thing is going at a lot smoother pace. Not too fast. Once we can get another one, we'll fill up a second and then a third. Whoops. Oh, okay, so this is something I accidentally hit the switch, and now it's going to turn this motor off. The problem is that when you turn it off, whatever, even though it doesn't look like it's heated up, whatever storage is in there, whatever heat is stored up in there has to be diffused before it can go on. So all that heat is going to have to dissipate before we can start the engine back up. So I think I have power going to it. It's just not going to start back up because I had accidentally hit that. We'll need to fix that. I'll probably put that switch over on the wall somewhere over here, so we have kind of like a place where we can run our power from, and then I'll run a cable over here into those. Am I going to need a switch for all of these? I just realized. I guess what I could do for now, this is the super ghetto way to do it, but I can do that. That'll get power to those, I believe. It may not, actually. We'll see what happens. I may need a switch for all of these for right now, because what I'm going to want to do is run redstone wiring or something behind there. Okay, so that one started back up. This will start back up. We'll get a little bit more of the fuel, and then we'll come back. So let me do this. I have to make a bunch of gears and prepare to make the quarry. It's going to take, I have to basically make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wooden gears, upgrade all of them to iron, and then upgrade 2 of those to gold, and then 2 more to, actually 4 of them to gold, and then 2 of those to diamond, and have a diamond pickaxe. So it's going to take 4, 8, plus the 3, so it'll take 11 gold, 11 diamond, and a lot of iron to make the quarry. But that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make a quarry. I'd like to see if I could get some fuel out of here, but I can't yet. So anyway, we'll come back and work on that in just a minute. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I think I've got what I need. I'm kind of getting bummed because I think that portal gun mod might be causing me issues, and I might have to get rid of it. I woke up from sleeping I had to get a little bit more gold going, and the whole top of my house was gone. At first I thought like maybe an ogre or something spawned on the top of the house and started, but it was very evenly just kind of cut off. So I unloaded and reloaded, and it's just weird visuals. So I don't know if maybe I can change some graphic settings or something, but it might be that there's issues with that. So anyway, I got everything ready for the quarry. I also wanted to show you that we're actually doing pretty good in here. I got 12 Aternalis fuels going, and still upgrading a bunch of stuff to some alchemical coal, and so probably get a half or a couple dozen of those at least, and then we'll be able to use those. Those are worth about as much as a diamond each one, so we can use those for quite a few things and make some dark matter and stuff, which will be really cool. So anyway, I've got what I need now for the quarry, which is the gears, the redstone, and all that. So basically you do something like this. Diamond pickaxe, again, it has to be unused. And then a piece of redstone right there. That gives you a quarry. So that's an expensive little bugger, but it is key. Now, one of the next big steps for us, now that we have a quarry, once we're able to use it, I also am going to need a power teleport pipe. So let's do this. I think that's all I'm going to need. Well, I'm going to need potentially a power teleport pipe and an item teleport pipe, because I'm going to want to bring the items back somewhere. For now, I might just keep them on site in a chest. Let me think about this for a second. I need to get out my landmarks, which should be around here somewhere. Right there. I'm trying to think. The reason it's... Yeah, eventually we're going to want to just send everything back through the teleport pipe to our sorting system, which we haven't built yet, obviously, so we're going to have to work on that soon. Yeah, I think we're gonna, well, we know we need a power teleport pipe, so let's just start with that. And we'll need one wood teleport pipe, or wood conductive pipe, I believe. There we go. Alright, I think we have what we need, and now we've got, oh, when I was building gears, this is another reason I had all my iron gears in here, and I only wanted to get 4 of the gold gears, but I had 7 total iron gears, and I set up the stuff around here, and I was gonna just do the 4, and I accidentally shift clicked and made all of them because I had gold down here. So I only put 4 pieces of gold here, but I had the rest of it down here, so it used what it needed. So that's just one of the things you got to look out for. So now I've got 4 gold gears, which it's not like we won't use them, but I didn't want them right now. So anyway, let's see. We are getting, I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good. Now we just need to figure out a place for our quarry and see how we're doing on fuel over there. So if that creeper's not around here, hopefully. Let's go see how we're doing over here. Nice. Our engine is running green. We're getting water. That's excellent. We should be able to get enough fuel in these to start running as well. And that one's not going to run right now because it doesn't have... There we go. So let's just do this, I guess. For now, I'll just... Let's see. Did I decide if this would work? Let's see. No, that doesn't seem to work. I think we'd have to connect it with... Well, maybe it would have to be on the block. Yeah, I can't do that. I keep forgetting. I haven't used normal redstone in so long, and we're going to need to make some red alloy ingots. So you can see that thing's cruising along now. It's getting plenty of power. So let's just go ahead for the short-term sake of sanity. Let's just make another lever. We'll use those for our various types of pipes anyway. So let's just make one more of these, turn it on. And now we'll have all of these things running, and eventually I'm going to run some pipe that will automatically fill this up, that'll have a valve on it that I can set to on or off, and it will fill these all up automatically, but they're going to be good for now. So yeah, we're good, and we're cranking along. We should be getting a good amount of fuel, so you can see it's using oil, and this thing's keeping our oil full, and this is just pulling out the fuel as it makes it, and we've got some fuel. So this thing's putting out a good amount of power right now. A real good amount, enough that we can use it for our quarry as well, I think, without too much trouble. So let's go look for a spot for the quarry. I need food. You know, I usually like to do a quarry underground because they're just so ugly, unless I have a swamp nearby, because I'm famous for hating swamps, and so I will turn a swamp into a hole in the ground without feeling bad. Let me get up here, get a better vantage point, and think about where we might want to put it. I could put it under where we are right now, just kind of under this mountain. The problem is it's kind of a pain. There's that village, that Japanese village. I'm pretty sure it's Japanese. We need to go over there and check them out for sure, so we'll start doing some millionaire stuff before too long. Let me think about this, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I decided actually that since I had this nice little hole already started in the ground here, that I would just use it. So I came under here, used my destruction catalyst to clear out just kind of a square, and I think I'm just going to go with this. So I think what I can do is basically put down, let's see, leave myself a little bit of a walking area. So I'm going to put down one right there, and I think I can, let's see, it can't be bigger than 64 by 64. So if you put a quarry down by default, it just has a size. Whatever size it is the size it is. I can't remember what it is. It's probably actually a little bit, not too much smaller than this. This one's probably a little longer than the default quarry. But this will be a good size. We'll start with this. We can do a different one. I don't know how much we're gonna need, but let's see. There we go. So that's going to be the size of our quarry, and I think a default quarry is definitely smaller than that. That'll be a decent size. It's not going to be the biggest quarry I've ever seen, but I think it'll work. Now, what I don't know is if this is enough. I don't actually know if this is tall enough for the quarry to run. Didn't think about that. Let's try it. So if I set this here, yeah, it's going to go up into the sky. What does that actually do? Uh-oh, creeper. Come here, buddy. If you do the double tap run, you can charge and he'll knock back a little bit, and then you don't have to worry about him blowing up on you as much. So I'm not sure how this will work. I don't know if a quarry will work as it extends up into the... Well, let's see. Let's give it a shot. So, go pick up our landmarks real quick. Run around here. And if we get this thing going... I haven't actually tried this before. I've never actually tried running a quarry underground. It's the way I prefer it. Let's see. Give me that. It's the way I prefer it for servers and stuff, and I've seen people do it, but I just don't know. I think it usually... I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So we need our power teleport pipe and wooden conductive pipe, and we're going to turn that on or set that here. Let's see. I'm also going to knock this out a little bit because I brought a chest along to stick stuff in, because this is going to need someplace to start pumping all the junk it pumps out, and we're going to have to come and empty it pretty frequently and move it. It's going to be a pain, especially initially. But let's go ahead and put the power this direction. So I think we'll do 1, 2. With any luck, this will work. 1, switch it on. Okay, so it's got power, but I don't think it is going to work underground like this. I'm going to have to do some more work. I'm going to have to get us deeper, I think, because I can't see this working. It should be putting things around here. I just can't imagine that it would work this way. Although it seems like maybe it will. Maybe it cut a place out. I bet if we go look up there, yeah, see, it has come out above ground a little bit. So maybe this will work, except for I just don't see it building. Well, it wouldn't be that hard, I guess, to clear this out, because I would think it should be going if it was going to go. Is that the real world? That's the real world. That's going to cause a problem. I need to go up there and put some dirt in around it. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe this is a good stopping point then for this episode. This is how it works. We put down a quarry, send some power to it, which it's actually doing, and I'm going to go ahead and, well, it's not going to hurt anything. And then I'm going to clear this out, and I guess it just doesn't do it automatically. I thought maybe it would clear this all out automatically, but I don't think it does. So I'm going to have to clear it out a little bit. I'll do that before the next video, and then we'll come back and we'll finish this up. We'll start getting some stuff going. What I'll probably do next video, now that we've got this power running, and we'll start getting some actual mining done, some quarrying done, I'll probably just go ahead and set up a sorting system, or at least think about how we're going to do that. What we'll really want to do is get some alchemical chests going that will allow us to hold a lot of items, and then kind of an automatic macerating and ingot system, and some additional, stuff like probably a scrap produce, a recycler that'll help us make scrap, because we're going to want to make scrap for sure as we... Oh wait, it just did something. Oh, it is working. That laser is working. Okay, good to know. I'm glad I waited. So the laser does just go through and takes care of all of this. That's what I was hoping would happen. So it's going to basically go through and take care of this whole area. And then all I'm going to have to do is go in and fill in some dirt, kind of raise this up just a hair, fill in some dirt around this, and we should be good to go. All right, good. That's even better, even a better stopping place. So you can see this thing is working really good. That laser's working fast. That means we're getting a lot of power here. So I would say that we had a pretty successful day. Anyway, all right. I appreciate it. If you guys liked it, thumbs up. Leave comments. I read them all, and I try to respond, and I'll definitely take your thoughts into consideration, and anything you guys want to see, I'll do. So I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.